welterweight versus middleweight division in the UFC. For the longest time, people would absolutely trash the middleweight division and speak glowingly about the welterweight division. Everyone from MMA, corporate MMA channels to private MMA channels to fans would just speak shit on the middleweight division and big up the welterweight division. And it would absolutely make my blood boil because I would fully disagree. And now a few people have come around, but I think it's still probably the same, right? And it reminded me of when I picked Dricus to win against Robert and everybody else picked Robert. And I'll tell you why. Because the welterweight division, I'll tell you why I think middleweight is better than welterweight. Because in the welterweight division, you've got Leon Edwards, you've got Belal Muhammad, and you've got Shavkat Rakhmonov at that really high level. And we don't know how good Jack Della Madellena is. He might be up there, he might not be. We don't know how good Gilbert Burns is. He had a great fight with Khamzat Chimaev, but lost to Belal Muhammad. Was it an injury? Was it because Belal was that good? We don't know if it would have turned out the same if the injury hadn't happened. But you've got three fighters at that really high level. In the middleweight division, you've got Sean Strickland, Dricus du Plessis, Israel Adesanya. You've got Joe Pyfer and Bo Nickel coming up. You've got Ikram Eliskarov and Khamzat Chimaev. You've got Kopilov. You've got Shara Bullet. And I think those guys are just way more fierce contenders than the contenders in the welterweight division. I feel like Joe Pyfer is going to be and Bo Nickel are going to be more fierce competition than Jack Della Madellena, and Sean Brady might also be really good actually. He lost to Belal Muhammad. But never mind just those guys. Those are the newcomers. Even the old guard like Robert Whittaker and Jared Cannonier. Add that on top of the middleweight division. And even guys like Abbas Magomedov, like after the Sean Strickland fight, he lost another fight to this Brazilian guy called Caio Baralho, and people are like, "Oh, Abbas is crap." But Joe Pyfer did a list of the best middleweights in the middleweight, the best middleweights in the middleweight division, the best fighters in the middleweight division, and he put the Brazilian guy Caio Baralho at number one. The guy Abbas Magomedov lost to. So he didn't lose to no slouch. So even Magomedov might be that good. It's just that he unluckily fought like two of the best fighters in the middleweight division. Yeah, man, I feel like, and Usman is at middleweight now, but okay, back then he was a welterweight, so so when people were picking welterweights as better than middleweights back then, they also had Usman. But even back when they had Usman, because of all the fighters I listed, I thought just the middleweight was way better. Brendan Allen, Anthony Hernandez. And it's not quite clear just how good these fighters are, but I feel that they're more likely to be better fighters than equivalent level fighters at middleweight. I feel like Bo Nickel, Joe Pyfer, Ikram Eliskarov, and Khamzat Chimaev are stronger newcomers than the newcomers at welterweight. I feel like they're stronger than, what do you call it? What's his name? Vicente Luque. I feel like they're stronger than, who else is at welterweight? I think they're stronger than Jack Della Madellena and Sean Brady. I think Sean Brady might still turn out to be really, really good. So that's a difficult one. But still, I stand by what I say, and I think it might be difficult to see just how good middleweight is because there's just so many at that super high level. I feel like if Shavkat went up to middleweight and fought Joe Pyfer, or any welterweight went up to middleweight and fought Joe Pyfer, Krem, Aliskerov, Bonacourt, like, it wouldn't be close. It wouldn't be like Davis and Figueiredo going up and beating, who was it that he beat? So yeah, middleweight division is stacked. Like and subscribe.